Hi, I'm Danielle with Dornier, and today we're going to go over how to set up the Axis Disposable Flexible Ureteroscope. We remove the scope from the cardboard box. The circulator will then open the disposable ureteroscope fully so that the entire scope is exposed. The scrub tech will then grab the scope from the handle, rotate it towards them, and slide it out and put it on the back table. The next step is to remove this sheath and place it on the back table as well. The digital video processor comes in this silver briefcase, and the contents inside that are required to set up the Axis scope are the digital video processor, the video cable that connects the processor to the monitor, the light cord that connects the digital video processor to the scope, and lastly is the power cord that provides power to the processor itself. The first is our power cord. To connect the power cord, we open the back of the processor and locate where it says DC 5V. We plug that right in and we're good to go. The second is our video cable that connects the processor to our monitor. One end will always be HDMI, the other end will be either DVI or HDMI. In this instance, we connect the HDMI cable to the back of the processor, and we connect the DVI cable to where it says DVI in. Lastly, we're going to connect our processor cable that connects the processor to the ureteroscope itself. We locate and line up the red dots on the end of the processor cable. And the last step is to turn the processor on. Now the digital video processor is set up and ready for use. Now that our digital video processor is set up, it's time to connect the light cord to our Axis scope. The scrub tech will take the previously mentioned sheath and present the larger end to the circulator. The circulator will then pass the unsterile light cord through the fat end of the sheath. The scrub tech will then pinch the light cord, extend the sterile sheath, and pop out the top of the light cord. The scrub tech will then connect the Axis scope via notch to notch, extend the sheath all the way forward until it clicks into place, and then the rest of the sheath is extended all the way down. You know your scope is connected when you have a light on the end of the scope. Once the Axis scope is plugged in, the letters on the screen above pop up. To remove the letters, we press the check mark in the center of the Axis digital video processor. Once the letters are removed, the last step is to white balance. The scrub tech will then hold the Axis scope up to something white, and in the top right corner of the processor, there's the white balance button. You'll see on your screen it says WB OK, and then your Axis scope is ready for use. Other important buttons to note. In the top left corner of your digital video processor, there's a camera button. That camera button is used to take photos for your surgeon. Right below the camera button is a video camcorder button. That button is used to take videos for your surgeon. The OSD button is used to change the viewing window. The OSD button defaults to a circle, however, we do have the option to change it to a hexagon or a square. The magnifying glass labeled plus is used to zoom in on your image, and the magnifying glass labeled minus is used to zoom out on your image. The sun button labeled plus is used to increase the brightness on your image, and the sun labeled minus is used to decrease the brightness on your image. The pictures and videos taken during the procedure are stored in an SD card in front of the processor. To remove the SD card, pop open the front of the processor and pop out your SD card. Once the procedure is complete, you can then detach the sheath from the ureteroscope, pull back lightly on the light cord. The ureteroscope then is discarded into the trash, as is the sterile sheath. The light cord then gets wiped down and placed back on the monitor. As a reminder, the light cord is reusable and not disposable. This concludes our Dornier Access in-service video. For further information, please contact your local Dornier MedTech rep. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to working with you soon.